Little boy whispered, "They took my sister. The bikers didn't wait a second." It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon in the sleepy suburb of Oak Ridge. Sunlight dappled through the oak trees lining Maple Street, casting long shadows over neatly trimmed lawns and parked minivans. Children laughed in the distance, bikes clattered against pavement, and the world felt ordinary, safe, until it wasn't. 7-year-old Liam stood trembling on the sidewalk outside his house, his small hands clenched into fists, his face streaked with tears he hadn't even realized were falling. His sneakers were scuffed, his Spider-Man t-shirt rumpled. Just minutes earlier, he'd been playing hopscotch with his older sister, Emily, 10 years old, protective, always looking out for him. Then came the black van. It pulled up slowly, too slowly, with tinted windows and a low rumble that didn't belong in this neighborhood. 2 men stepped out. Neither smiled. One grabbed Emily's arm before she could scream. Liam watched, frozen in horror, as she was yanked toward the van. She kicked, she shouted his name, "Liam, run!" But the door slammed shut, and the van peeled away, tires screeching, leaving only dust and silence. Liam ran, not away, but toward the only place he could think of, the corner gas station where a group of bikers had stopped to refuel. He'd seen them earlier, big men in black leather vests, skulls and wings stitched into the back, tattoos snaking up their arms. His mom always told him to stay away from those rough-looking guys, but right now, they were the only hope he had. Breathless and sobbing, he stumbled into the parking lot, eyes wide with terror. He spotted them instantly, 6 Hell's Angels leaning against their gleaming Harleys, sipping coffee, laughing over some shared joke. To most, they looked intimidating. To Liam, they looked like giants. He didn't know their names, didn't know if they'd even listen, but desperation gave him courage. With a voice barely above a whisper, cracking under the weight of fear, he said, "They took my sister." The laughter stopped. Every head turned, every pair of eyes locked onto the small, trembling boy. For a heartbeat, there was silence. Then, movement. Fast, decisive, unified. The largest of the group, a man named Vince with a graying beard and eyes that had seen too much, knelt down so he was eye level with Liam. His voice, though deep, was gentle. "Who took her, son? What did they look like?" Liam choked out the details. The black van, the men, the direction they had gone. His words tumbled over each other, frantic and broken. But the bikers didn't interrupt. They listened. Really listened. And then, without a word exchanged between them, they moved. No hesitation, no debate, no "call the cops and wait." They knew time was the enemy. Every second counted. "Hop on," Vince said, lifting Liam onto the back of his bike, wrapping the boy's small arms around his waist. Engines roared to life, a thunderous symphony of power and purpose. 6 Harleys peeled out of the gas station, tearing down Maple Street like avenging angels forged in steel and grit. Neighbors gaped from porches, dogs barked, but the bikers didn't slow. Liam clung to Vince, tears whipping away in the wind, his heart hammering against his ribs. He pointed down side streets, retracing the van's path from memory. The bikers followed without question, their formation tight, their focus absolute. 2 miles away, near the old rail yard on the edge of town, they spotted it, the black van, idling near a chain-link fence. The bikers surrounded it in seconds. Doors flew open, the men inside, now panicked, tried to flee, but they were no match for 6 hardened riders who moved like a single force. One biker wrenched open the back doors, and there she was. Emily, bound with zip ties, gagged, eyes wide with terror. But when she saw Liam, a muffled cry escaped her throat. Vince cut her bonds with a pocket knife while another biker dialed 911. Within minutes, sirens wailed in the distance. Police arrived to find the kidnappers subdued, the children safe, and a group of leather-clad men standing guard, like silent sentinels. Later, at the police station, officers would learn the men were part of a trafficking ring targeting vulnerable neighborhoods. Emily and Liam had been lucky. Too lucky. But luck had nothing to do with it. It was courage. It was compassion. It was brotherhood. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Vince knelt once more before Liam. He placed a weathered hand on the boy's shoulder. "You did good, kid. Real good." Liam looked up at the towering man, no longer scary, but heroic. "Thank you," he whispered. Vince just nodded, then turned to his brothers. Without another word, they mounted their bikes and rode off into the evening, their taillights fading into the distance. But the legend of that day would remain, because in a world that often judges by appearances, 6 bikers proved that kindness wears many faces, and sometimes it rides on 2 wheels, wrapped in leather, with a heart bigger than its engine. They didn't wait a second, and that made all the difference. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. Sometimes heroes don't wear capes, they wear patches, and they show up exactly when you need them most. Thanks for watching.